بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. So now moving on to مفعول فيه. So الثالث مفعول فيه وهو ما وقع فيه الفعل من المكان أو الزمان. The مفعول فيه refers to that time or that place within which the فعل occurs. For example, أحسني إلى أمك أبدا. So أبدا is مفعول. What's أبدا become مفعول فيه للزمان. فإن الجنة تحت قدميها. تحت become مفعول فيه للمكان. Yes, so you have this is we have. And ويسمى المفعول فيه ظرفا. مفعول فيه is also called the ظرف. It's a different name, same thing, no issue. Okay, أقسام الظرف. What أقسام الظرف? This table I got here, you got in your hasha, it summarizes what we have. So we have ظرف زمان and ظرف مكان. See? What does zaman mean? Time. And makan means place. Each one of these can be subdivided into mubham and mahdood. What does mubham mean? It's not fixed. Like it's a very vast, it can basically go around the whole world and come back. Or it's like not fixed. So in makan, it's not fixed. It shows place but not a fixed place. And zaman, a time but not a fixed time. So if you say, for example, hinan min ad-dahri, which time is it? Is referring to time? Yes. Which time is it referring to? Is it is a specific time called heen? Yawm al-Qiyamah? It's a very long time, but it's still a time. It's fixed. It's not dunya, it's Yawm al-Qiyamah. Are you following? So now this is mahdood. Same in makan. Khalfahu, behind of you. Is that fixed? Where is it behind of you? From here all the way back around the earth. All that behind of you. So it is fixed, but it's not in front of you, but really anything behind of you is very, very ambiguous. You call that mubham. And mahdood means fil fasl, fil ard. So even though earth is a very huge place, you still know it's fixed. It's on the earth, not on the sun, not on the moon, not in the skies. Are you following me? So you have zarf zaman for time, zarf makan for place. And each one of these are mubham or mahdood. What does mubham mean? It's what? It's not fixed. And mahdood means it's fixed. And then each of these have their own rules. We can go through it here. So what do we say here? That when you have, you can have harf jar muqaddar, except zarf makan mahdood. You can't say jalastu al-arda. You have to say jalastu ala al-ard. Yes? And in all of these, you can have harf jar zat if you want. Mashaytu ila heen. Nub'athu fi yawm al-qiyamah. Jalastu min khalfihi, jalastu khalfahu, jalastu fil ard. But we'll explain the details in here, when it can come. So basically, you can either have it mansoob or with harf jar. Except this one, you can't have harf jar in here. You can't have a mansoob in here, you have to have a harf jar. When it's zarfu makan, mahdood. Yes? Is that clear? Everybody following me? Ji. Now let's go through the text. That's a summary of. Let's go through inshallah. Okay. وهو قسمان, meaning مفعول فيه or ظرف is two types. ظرف زمان وظرف مكان. Yes? अच्छा. وظرف زمان نوعان. Both of them are also two types, محدود and مبهم. So الأول مبهم وهو ما دل على زمن غير معين. It shows a time, but the time is not very specific. أبدا, حين, وقت, زمان. These all denote time, but they're very ambiguous. what happens in here? ويجوز فيه النصب بحرف جر مقدر والجر بحرف جر ظاهر. You can say يراك حين. So where is it becoming? منسوب. Yes, يراك حين. Yeah, meaning it's مفعول فيه ظرف بس منسوب. Or you can bring a حرف جر ظاهر ومتعناهم إلى حين. This in terms of what is jais. Obviously each word has its own way of doing it, permissible, not permissible. But meaning in literature you have like, okay, you don't use this structure. But in terms of like just ideas, if it's mubham, you don't bring a harf jar usually. You can do what? You can bring a mansoob, or you can bring a harf jar depending on the context and depending on which verb is used with. Similarly, if it's mahdood, then مثل ساعة ويوم وليلة وأسبوع وشهر وعام. These are what? Limited. Mahdood. So what happened here? You can do both. يجوز النصب ويجوز الجر بحرف جر ظاهر. ولا تخزنا يوم القيامة. In theory في غير القرآن, what could you say? ولا تخزنا في يوم القيامة. والجر بحرف جر ظاهر يجمعكم إلى يوم القيامة. يجمعكم إلى يوم القيامة. So you have يوم القيامة, one place mansoob, one place majrur. Mansub because it's maf'ul fi, and majrur because harfun jar zahir. And in here they say that the harfun jar is muqaddar in this one. La tukhzina yawm al-qiyamah. You can say it's mansub directly, harfun jar is mahdhuf. Just different ways of expressing it, and they probably have reasons in their deep discussions in Nahw. Zarf makan, same thing. Mahdud mubham. Mubham huwa ma dalla ala makanin ghayri muayyan. Mithl jihati sitti, the 6 directions. Top, bottom, right, left, front, back. 6 directions. Wal maqadir, distances. Mil, farsakh. Yes? ويجوز فيه النصب والجر لتكون لمن خلفك. So خلفك is what now? منصوب. ولو تركوا من خلفهم. So the word خلف is what? مكان مبهم. This is probably zaman though, isn't it? من خلفهم. If they were to leave after they die, isn't it? So this is probably not the right example because that's for zaman. The خلف is for zamani here. Yes? Right. And if you got what now? Makan mahdud. What do you have? Makan mahdud. يجوز فيه الحرف جر لا تصل في الأرض. Yes? So now if you got a makan mahdud, what do you have? You have a makan which is fixed, not mubham. Then what do? You bring a harfun jar. And you can only bring a nasab in 2 places. Yes, number 1 is if the zarf is mushtaq from the fa'il. كنا نقعد منها مقاعد للسمع. So مقاعد is what? مفعول فيه of نقعد. قعد يقعد both are mushtaq from the same word. You follow? In this scenario you can say here without the fi. For example, جلست مجلس الأبرار. جلست جلسة القراء. Yeah, جلست مجلس القراء. I sat in the place of the Qurra. Because why? Jalas and Majlis, same thing. Are you following? For example, Qama Abu Bakr maqam an-nubuwah. He stood in the place of a Nabi. You following? You following? So when you have that, you don't have to have fi. And apart from that, you have to bring the harfun jar apart from a few words. Some of these are 1, 2, 3. The word dakhala. The word dakhala, even if the zaman is mahdud, you're allowed to remove it. So really, يدخلون في الجنة. This is very كثرة الاستعمال. These are used very often. That's why in these 3 verbs, the grammarians have seen that the Arab usage is that even though they're what? Mahdud, the Arabs don't bring the harfun jar. You following? Yes? For example, أولئك يدخلون الجنة. In theory, what have been? Because mahdud should be fi. But in dakhala, they don't use it. Yes? Sakana, same as sakana. Uskun anta wa zawjuka al-jannah. And nazala, nazal al-madinata. You can say nazala bil-madina or you can say nazal al-madina. In these 3 words, they're very commonly used. They are allowed, the Arabs don't use the harfun jar in here. And when we found every other place where it's mahdud, what did they bring? Harfun jar. So we can't bring the rules to tell you how to speak. The rules are codification of what is actually happening. Yes? Okay, now, what can take the place of a maf'ul fi? The masdar. For example, وَمِنَ اللَّيْلِ فَسَبِّحْهُ وَإِدْبَارَ النُّجُومِ. So here, sabbih is a fi'l. Sabbih, O Prophet of Allah, glorify Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when? مِنَ اللَّيْل, at night. So the maf'ul bi comes first, maf'ul fi. مِنَ اللَّيْل. So glorify Allah during some parts of the night. وَإِدْبَارَ النُّجُومِ. And adbara yudbiru, to turn away. And the turning away of the stars, meaning at the time of the stars turning away, meaning early morning when the stars go away. Are you following? So the maf'ul mutlaq, the masdar is telling the time of the action. Are you following? We can tell from the context. فَسَبِّحْ إِدْبَارَ النُّجُومِ أي سَبِّحْ وَقْتَ إِدْبَارِ النُّجُومِ. Make sense?
So you label it as a maf'ul fi.
It's maf'ul fi. It's not maf'ul mutlaq, or it's not. So this is ma'tuf alayhi and ma'tuf, and they both become what? Maf'ul fi. So the masdar is not a time, it's not a place, but you can deduce the meaning of time at the time of this action. So this can also become maf'ul fi. Similarly, if you got a mudaf to a zaman or something that shows adad, they can also become the maf'ul fi. For example, labistu yawman aw ba'da yawm. So ba'd is mudaf to a zarf. So that becomes a maf'ul fi. Similarly, thalatha shows number. So in theory, ثلاثة مفعول فيه لا يلزم مضاف ولا يلزم مفعول فيه. Yes. So in these can take the place of the maf'ul fi. They don't actually denote in themselves time or place, but because of being mudaf to something, what happens then? It shows the maf'ul fi meaning. And masdar, you can deduce the meaning from the context, and that can also take the place of the maf'ulun fihi. Is that clear? Subhanallah wa bihamdi subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.